Hi guys, welcome back again to the channel. Um, it's your girl Irene. You guys, I remember I told people that I was going to do this video, that I was going to come here and share with you guys how I actually begged my ex to please. Let's see if we can make this thing work. I'm going to share with you guys his response, everything that went down. Okay, so if you've been following me long on this channel, you know when we finalized our divorce thing, and that was around 3+ years ago. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, 3+ years now. That was when we finalized everything. And before we finalized it, that means before we, yes, we were going for these court cases. But then before the actual finalization of the whole thing, okay, which is 3+ years ago. So which means this apology, I gave this apology about 4 years ago. Okay. So if you're not new here, you already know our story. If you're new here, yeah. Um, we started the divorce process. I'm going to do a video of how I left the marriage. Abi marriage left me. I've already done that video, but I'm waiting for the right time to edit it because it's long. So, but I just said let me quickly update you guys on this one, and then So, after we started the court process, and then he was granted access to his children. Remember, prior to this time, prior to him getting access to his children, he stayed 2 years without calling his children, without hearing from them, without sending them money. All the while we were in the village, he did not care about them. So me too, I did not let him see the children. You get because I cannot be suffering everything, and then you will just come and be seeing the children. No, now. So, but then after the court case, the first court and second court cases, and then it was agreed that you start giving 30,000 naira school fees and health bills, so that I should allow him see the children. So I allowed him see the children. So you guys remember I did a couple of videos too when I went to drop the children off for him, when I went to pick them off. You guys saw the video. It's here. Either I'll look for them and put them in my description box, or I'll just tag them somehow so you guys can see it. So now during the first time of him meeting with his children, that time Mukama was very small. Mukama was 2 years plus, you understand. So and I just weaned him from breast milk. So I thought he wouldn't stay, he wouldn't be able to stay. But then surprisingly he stayed. He enjoyed the father reunion, you understand. So and that time I would stay around, just in case, because we traveled to Aba that time. You guys know I'm in Osaka already. So we travel to Aba, so I'll stay around in case they need me, so they call me. So most times when I'm going to drop them off or when I'm going to pick them off, my ex-husband will act like we are a family. You understand? He will not act like we are divorced or we are in the process of getting a divorce. So even at the hotel, when I went to drop the children off, he would just say, "Look at my family." You understand? He would just, be giving all those side talks and all that. So, and then in my head, I'm like, shey is it not divorce that we are getting like this? Why is he still acting like we're a family? You understand? But I kept my cool. So he did this in a couple of times. Even when we met somebody that he knows, me, I don't know the person, no? And he and the person started greeting. The person, I was like, okay, you and Beggy, is this your family? He said, yes, yes, yes. Okay, I want to give my oh, is this your wife? This your wife is beautiful. He said, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So he was acting like we were a family. You get. So, and then I remember those times when I shared the videos here, people that watch were like, oh, that maybe that I should look for a way and see how we can, fix this thing, because that is good for the family to be together. Or, people had different opinions. People were like, try and see whether people can make peace, at least if not for any other thing, for the sake of the children, make peace. Peace is a good thing. More the things started getting to my head though. So, and then I remember that divorce, I'm a Christian. And as a Christian, the only ground for divorce is fornication. Mm? And that fornication is if you cannot forgive, if you cannot let it pass. You understand? But if you can forgive, you can continue with the marriage. But if you cannot forgive, you should let the marriage go. It's on the only ground for divorce. So, and now, as much as I had a lot of suspicions of him and other women, I had like even the ones I saw on his phones. I didn't catch him red-handed, you get, but then I caught his phone severally. I saw their chats, the sex chatting and everything. You understand? So I don't need the Susoya to tell me that he's been doing all these things. But the only thing is that I did not catch him red-handed. He's very good at cleaning his parts. You get? So, and then in my head I started thinking, maybe I should just forgive. You understand? And for the sake of the children, just see if this thing can work. You get, and just see maybe, just maybe. So I had a lot of thoughts going on in my head. A lot of things was just going on in my head. Well, what do I do? What do I do? And he too was acting like somebody that even wanted us to get back together. You get? And then one time when I went to drop the children off at his brother's place, his family, some of his family members came and they saw me and they were so upset. God. They were so upset when they saw me. So in their head, they were like, ha, if we keep quiet like this, the next thing now we're going to see is that this girl and this man is back together. You understand? So at this point, I still never say anything. No. And then a lot of things was just going on in my head, going on in my head, going on. I said, ah, these children, these children, these children. I didn't want to do something that maybe tomorrow I'll start regretting. Tomorrow I'll just be like, ah, I did not fight small. I did not even try hard. I did not try small. Just try. Let it be that you tried. You understand? So then I prayed. So in that prayer, I was like telling God, like, at this point, I don't know what to do anymore. A lot of ideas is going on in my head. A lot of things is just happening. I don't know whether to move on or whether to. But I am going to ask for us to reconcile. Let me take the step. Maybe he wants us to get back together, but because he's a man, pride will not let him. Now, me as the woman, let me swallow my own pride, even though I've suffered a lot, even though this man has dealt with me. But let me, swallow my own pride and reach out and see if we can make up. And then if we make up, then I know that, yeah, you actually didn't want us to separate, or divorce. But if we don't, then I'll just know that I tried my best. It just didn't work out. You understand? So, meanwhile, on one of the occasions when I went to drop the children, to Abi pick the children, I met one of his sister, another person, and she was telling me that as far as she's concerned, though, I'm still their wife, oh, that she know that husband and wife used to quarrel, and after they quarrel, that they can make up, stuff like that. But that to her, she's not even seen at all that say we are now divorced or anything. That all she knows that I'm still their wife. You get? So, and I'm like, this one is nice. You understand? But the other ones seemed like they will use gun and even shoot me if I dare come back. So I said, well, let's see how it goes. So then after that, one time he came back again and spent time with the children. I told him I wanted us to see. I wanted us to talk. He said, that what are we going to talk about? I said, I wanted us to talk. He said, okay. And then he came to the hotel where we were lodged. He came to the hotel lobby, and I came out. I told him that we cannot talk here. That the thing that we need to talk is not something we'll talk here in the open because people were passing, people were coming, people will soon sit down. So it's not something that we'll talk here. He said, okay, where do I want us to talk? I said, I don't know, somewhere private. So somewhere private we can talk. He said, okay. Then all of a sudden, he started acting like somebody that was already acting like you're still a family. You're just waiting to put things in order, maybe so that we can just get back. You understand? So all of a sudden, he started acting like, this one you're talking like this. Shay, you don't want me. Something like that. He started acting somehow. But me, I know him. So I just said, yes, let us look for somewhere private and talk. So because at this point, it has not been final court hearing, like final, okay, both of you go your way at this point. We were still going to court cases, you understand? So, and then he said, okay, let us go to his own hotel. So we went to his own hotel, entered his own room. It was just the two of us. So I told him that there's something I'm beginning to consider something else. That I'm thinking maybe we should try and see if we can make this thing work. He said, make what work? I said, us, the two of us. I'm not saying that we should immediately jump into becoming husband and wife immediately. Why? But I'm saying, let us see if we can give it a try. If not for any other thing, for the sake of the children. Because this going, coming, all this back and forth thing, to be honest, I'm really getting tired of it. You understand? And I didn't plan to be a single mother, to raise children alone and have the children visit father, come and visit me. And those old stress is really affecting me. Let's see if we can make this thing work. Then what do I mean? So they're acting like he doesn't understand what I'm saying. At this point, myself, he don't even depend me, so I don't really they talk so far. But I was just telling my mind, telling myself, calm down, calm down. Say this thing first. You understand? Swallow your pride. He's just trying to get to you, just trying to get you upset. So I told him, you know what? Let us see if we can get back together, reconcile. I'm not saying why make up immediately, but I'm saying let us take the process again. Let us start afresh. In fact, woo me, check me again. Let's see if we can ignite that spark again. You understand? Let's see whether we can try and make this thing work again. Let's see whether we can try and bring this thing back again. So he said, that now that I want us to make it work. That what the main reason self that I want to make it work is not even because I love him, but it's because of the children. I said, at this point, I cannot tell you that, hey, I'm in love with you, madly in love with you now. That if I tell you that, I'm lying. You understand? But then I'm saying, there's a way we'll start up again. There's a way we'll start up again. And then, you know, the love and everything will come back again. Because even at this point, you cannot tell me you love me 100% at this point. But there's a way we'll start off again, get to know each other, go out on dates, you know, start off afresh again. You know, this time, physical, not on call that we did the first time, where we didn't even get to know each other and stuff. Let's see if we can bring back that thing again. If not, if not for anything, let's try because of the children. He said, okay, that he has heard me. He has heard me. And so we sat down on the bed and then we hugged. But we did not kiss. So we hugged and then maybe we would have kissed, but it was him that said no. I have to be honest with you people like this. I don't want to lie. So and then the next day he said, okay, no problem. That he would think about. He will get back to me. Okay, we better let's go. So we stood up and we left the hotel room. So I met my sister at one junction, and then me and her went back to the. Okay, now my sister was at the junction, one junction, waiting for me. So when we got to that junction, so I met with my sister. And the funny thing is that I wanted us to go back together to his own hotel room. You understand? I'm telling people the truth too. But then when we got there, I met my sister. He now said, okay, hey, you go now, go with your sister, go. You know, she started like dismissing me or something. But that he was acting like, okay, no problem. Let's see, okay, no problem, I've heard you. You know, he acted like he really wanted us to work out or something. So there, he now started acting like before my sister, like my sister thought they won't follow me, or my sister won't follow me, you know, that kind of thing. And then I looked at him like, this man never changed. So meanwhile, while we had that conversation, then he said, okay, that what are we going to do about the divorce now that is ongoing? I told him, we can always call them and tell them that we don't want again, that they should stop, you know, that we want to continue with the marriage. You understand? He said, okay, you that he knows what to do. He knows what to do. He knows what to do. He said, okay. So when we went, me and my sister went back to them. My sister didn't have no idea that what I actually went to do. So I came back. So now, it now felt like what he did was pave way to get to use me, to use my brain. Oh, so it now felt like what he did was like he felt he was now using my sense. You understand? So that at the long run, because he had another ulterior motive instead of the one I was reaching out to him for. So after that, me and my sister, we took the children, we came back home to Osaka in Ogun State. So what he did is that sometimes he'll call, you know, for the children, because usually before when he calls the children, I just give the children phone and he and the children will just talk. I don't need to talk or anything. So but then because of what we've now discussed, you understand. So you will call me, and then when I'll give the children, you tell the children to give me the phone, let me and him talk. So me and him will talk. So after talking, we'll give the children, he and the children will talk. So then he now called me one day and told me that, Shay, I remember that we still have something unfinished business. I said, what is the unfinished business? He said that now that he has heard what I said, but now that he will have to tell me, give me the do's and don'ts, the conditions if you're ever going to get back. So in my head, I'm like, this one when me carry my leg go beg. You can't be like, I did this print like this. So I said, okay, what is the do's and the don'ts? He said, the do's and the don'ts is that one, that I'll stop doing YouTube videos. I said, He said that I'll stop doing YouTube videos. I told him, do you know that I'm monetized, that I make money from YouTube? So stop doing YouTube videos. I said, stop doing your business. He said, that is number one criteria for us to get. But if you know that you want us to get back together, then you have to do everything I'm telling you. One, you have to stop doing YouTube videos. I said, okay. What's another thing? That two, that you have to make a video clearing my name. That I'll have to make a video clearing his name. And then after making that video, I'll post it. And then I'll go and delete all the videos that I've made about him. My old videos, every videos that I'll delete all of them. And then make a video clearing his name. So that one that I need to clear his name will be the one that will only be on the channel for a period of time before he will now ask me to delete them. In my head, I'm like, okay, so what is the next one? And then the next one, that he would never accept my family. So am I willing? Because that if I'm coming back to him, then that I'll have to take his family as my own family. And then that because he can never accept my family, that he will never forgive my family, so he can never accept my family. I told him, say, what exactly did my family do exactly? No vessel. What exactly did they do that you cannot forgive? Because me, if we are getting back together now, it means I will have to forgive everything your family did to me. Every single thing your family did to me. That what did his family do to me? I said, I told him, what your family did to me. Your family did a lot of things to me. So if we want to move on, it means that we have to forget and forgive everything that our families have done to each other. That if truth be told, your family even did more harm to me than my family did to you. My family is still the one taking care of your children. My family is still the one taking responsibility for your children. And you're still upset with them. You understand? What exactly did my family do to you? Nothing. Except say they see what you do, they say this is what you do now no good. Is that your only thing? That he has told me that I will even have to sign. That I will even have to sign that I will have nothing to do with my family if I ever want this thing to work again. If not, that he's not interested. I just looked at him. I said, I was on call, sorry, because he has traveled back. We are not talking on call. So I just stayed motionless like this, thinking in my head, what do I do like this now? I told him, well, that I've heard what he said, that I'll go and think about it. You understand? I'll go and think about it. To be honest, I almost considered it. But then I considered uh, taking down my channel. Yeah, I almost took down my channel. But then the part that I couldn't take, the part that I seriously couldn't take is the part where my family still is still not, he would never ever forgive my family. So taking down my channel, doing all the things he asked me to do, forfeiting my channel, my family just to come and be with him is like setting myself up again for another wahala. You understand? Because it means that leaving my family and going against all to go and be with him, tomorrow, whatever happens to me, nobody's going to come. You understand? And because based on that ground, he too had the guts or the right to do anything he wants to do to me. I told him, okay, now, if you get, let's assume I agree and do all these things now that you say I should do. Does it mean that we'll now live together like family? Not the one where you're abroad and I'm in Nigeria. He said that no, now that even if we stay together, that is not immediately. There's something that's going to take time, and he doesn't know the time that it's going to take. So it felt like I'll be the one doing all the bending, and he is not even willing to bend. I asked him, okay, if I stop this YouTube thing, will you start up a business for me? But of course, that he's going to start up a marriage. And I said, it's not like the ones you did the last time when we were married, when you said you did this one, you did not even do it. Are you going to start a business? No, that I should not talk like that. That I should not. All of a sudden, I started twisting it, making it look like it was a war or something. I said, okay, well, I'll think about it. So after carefully thinking about it and praying about it, I said, like this man has not changed. There's no need. There's no need at all. I mean, there's no need. One, I would delete my YouTube videos. I monetized at that time. I was making money on my YouTube, but I'll delete all my videos. I'll then make a video clearing his name. And then after some time, he'll now finally give me the orders to delete the channel entirely. And then no agreement as to whether they open business or not. And two, I'll have to accept his family that hates me so much. There's just few people there that like me. Family that hates me so much. And then I'll now have to accept that family. And then denounce my own family. It's just not in wine. Anyways, after carefully thinking about it, I said, no, it will not work. So I kept quiet. So he now, after the argument, he saw that, say go hard though. So one day he called me and like, have you agreed? Have you agreed to what we discussed? I told him that I don't think we've even had any conversation, any discussion at all, because all the things you asked me to do are things that are impossible. All the things you don't even try to be flexible even for once. At this point now, both of us are trying hard to see how to make it work. Happy, no be so. I asked him. He said, have I agreed or have not? Because that's the only terms and condition that immediately I agree that I should forget about every other thing. So I told him that that I cannot leave my family. How many people will I get for this one? Just my mother and my sister. And then I'll come and leave it for you that have polygamous families. Your own mother had only you and died. Your father had other 3 wives that had so many children. And none of them are still your family. You never leave all of them. It is not me that I now leave my only one sister. I don't have brother. I don't have any other person. They were just one sister and one mother. And then I'll now leave the two of them just to enter your own. Ha! Okay, you check it. Is it okay? Then that means that I'm not serious. That means that I don't want to, I don't even want us to work. I don't want us to work. So while he was saying all this thing, I was just looking at him with my mind's eyes, and I'm like, Thank God I came out from this thing, and thank God I tried the second time. I cannot deal with this thing. This is not the kind of thing I want. I cannot deal with it. So if it's not going to work, no problem. It's not going to work. So a month later, he called me and that he will not be around, though, that the final court hearing is on so and so date, so that I'll have to go and collect the divorce, papers, and tell them what things are, because he's not going to be around, but his lawyer will be there to defend him. So that I should go. Normally, these are people that are considering to how to reconcile. Oh. Sorry if you're hearing the background noise. So normally, these are people that are looking for how to reconcile. Oh. And then he now told me again that I should go for the final court hearing. So I told him, that means we're actually getting a divorce. He said, yes, now that we are getting a divorce. I said, okay, no problem. So I went. That was how I went for the last court hearing, and then we finally got a divorce. So my people, I did this. I actually sticked. I actually tried to see if we can reconcile, if we can get back together. And against anybody, nobody knew. It was like if my family got to know, it was even last year, early this year, that they even found out that I actually reached out to him and begged him for us to reconcile. You understand? So I did this thing even for my children, so that tomorrow they will not say, "Mommy, you did not even try." I tried. I did it for my conscience, so that tomorrow I will not feel like maybe I did not try hard. I'm not talking about the ones I tried when we were married, though. This one now was when we were caught, the divorce process was going on. You understand? So I did it, and still it did not work. You saw that right now, that is why when I'm saying what I'm saying now, I have a very clear conscience. My conscience is very clear because I tried, it did not work. You understand? So I'm making this video too, even though I'm storing it as documentative purposes. I want people who are in similar situations, when they watch this video, they get to learn one or two things. You understand? So they know that they're not the only ones going through this thing now. So a lot of people have gone through it too. You get? So please watch out for that video, the one I talked about how the marriage left me, how the marriage left me in the first place. Yeah. So even though these videos are not sequentially, but I'm sure if you've been following my journey, you can put one and two together. You understand? You know how everything has been going. Okay. So thank you guys so much for the love. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. Thank you so much for the comments. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate every one of you, all the new people that has been joining. God bless you all for me. Thank you so much. Okay. I'll see you in my next video. Until then.